Good morning. Welcome to Old Vine Zen. I'm Jan, and it is early like Sunday morning. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk a little bit about what happens to me with my meditation or how it's helped me in my life. I'm not going to say it's changed my life because my life would have changed anyway. It keeps changing, but my meditation practice has helped me become more aware of the changes in me, the changes in others. It's helped me to appreciate and see the differences of every day. Every day is different. So we can't let those days just roll into each other where it just becomes another day. And meditation has helped me with that because it's taught me to focus and to control in a certain way what I pay attention to and what I look at, what I look at. And so I'd like to tell you, I really debated about telling you this, but I'm going to tell you because it's my one chance to say it to somebody. And I'm not a crazy person, but you're going to maybe think I am afterwards. But sometimes when I meditate, I go into this very deep meditation, and I can be there for hours, literally. Hours can escape. They don't escape, but they go by. And I'm in this deep place. And this is the part you might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to tell you. So I have a visitor that comes that I'm with when I go into that place. It's a visitor, and we're sitting around a campfire. It's like you're out camping. There's a fire, and it's dark sky, lots of stars. Beautiful night or early morning, I don't know which. And across from me, across from the fire, looking directly at me, is this very old, elderly man. And he's wearing some sort of blanket around him. He's very stooped over, and his face is lined and full of creases. I mean, he's very elderly, and he's just sitting there calmly. I would say his face is patient. He's got this patience about him. He's just sitting there. And I'm across from him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just staring at him. And he has these eyes that are like black marbles. You know, they're not big black eyes, they're these marble, black, intense eyes. And I'm staring into these eyes, and I'm waiting. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's going to tell me something. Like, I'm going to learn some great thing. And so I sit there and I wait and stare at him, and I wait, and we look at each other, and he never says anything. And I give up, and I say, oh, he's not going to talk to me. And so, gradually I come out of my meditation after being in it for quite a while. And I do that periodically, and he's always there. He never talks to me. And so I finally got to the point where I said, forget it. He's not ever going to say anything, but I want to go back there and just be with him. But he's never going to talk to me. He's never going to tell me anything, so forget it. So I just let it go. So I went back, and this time it was different. I let go of that struggle. I was struggling with it. I was really struggling with it. And as soon as I let go of the struggle of wanting him to talk to me, he talked to me. And he didn't talk to me in words. He talked to me like in my soul or my heart or my intuition or something. And I got the message instantly. And what he had been trying to tell me, what I was there to learn, was too much struggle, too much struggling. And I want to share that with you because I think oh my God, do you realize that everything that happens to us in our life is not a struggle? We make it a struggle. Life just goes on. Life just happens. We get old, if we're lucky. We get sick. Our body breaks down. We lose people. It goes on and on through ever. But we make it such a struggle. And so when these things come up that we don't like, that we don't want, it becomes a struggle. We begin to struggle with it. And instead, maybe what we should do is work with it. Okay, this has happened. What can I do? Is there anything I can do? So you go through your options. Okay, I could do this, or I could do that, or maybe I can't do anything. And you choose what you can do and what you can't. And then you give up the struggle and you go with it. If you can't do anything, give up the struggle. If you can do something, do it and give up the struggle. It's the struggling with something. Do you realize you can go on a vacation, you can take yourself 5,000 miles away, but if you don't give up the struggle, you're going to take that struggle with you. So getting away is not going to work. It's an internal struggle. And you have to get rid of the struggle and then go on your vacation. Wherever you go, there you are. So you have to give that struggle up. And that was the lesson. Nothing is really a struggle until we make it a struggle. We lose somebody, so we sit with the pain of it, but we don't struggle and say it's not fair. How could this happen? It doesn't happen to anyone else. Or we get sick and we go, why am I sick? Joe down the street, who's the same age as me, he's not sick. We just start struggling and struggling, or what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. We just keep struggling. And it makes us sick. It makes us sicker. It doesn't help. And that's a lesson I learned from this man. He doesn't have a name, so I'm not going to give him a name. I wanted to share that with you. Give up the struggle. Look at your situation. Is there anything you can do about it? Do it. If there's nothing you can do about it, work with it and give up the struggle. It's an internal thing. And we have to keep telling ourselves, stop struggling. So when it comes up, stop struggling. Is there anything I can do to change it? If there's not, I'm going to work with it, do the things that I can do, and that's it. It's life. And then you won't make yourself sicker, So meditation, reflect on that, the struggle. You have to practice. And so let's practice right now. Okay? I don't care if your mind's going a million miles an hour. Don't struggle with it. Let it be. Okay, so it's moving. Just let it be. Stop struggling everything. Remember what the elderly man said. He said to me in his non-speech, too much struggle. Too much struggle in your life. And I know I have it. And we all do. So let's start working with that. Okay? Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Say to yourself, I'm going to give up the struggle, that internal dialogue. Soften your belly. Relax your legs. Stretch your toes. Soften your hands. Take a gentle breath in and out. Allow yourself to settle into this moment and enjoy the self-reflection, and imagine looking into this gentleman's dark, beautiful eyes and sink deeper into that darkness for a few moments. And open your heart and open your mind. Reflect on how life is life. It's so random. You know, it's fate. Yeah, we can influence things by what we do, but ultimately life is just going to be life. As you breathe in and breathe out, imagine as you breathe out, you let go of some of that struggle. You know, do the best you can do, and you don't give up. Letting go of the struggle isn't giving up, it's accepting. That's what it is. It's accepting what is and working with it, and then moving on and looking around at all the things you have in life, and maybe you're able to walk down the streets or walk on the beach or take a trip. Wow, how lucky you are. Just give up the struggle. It'll make our lives easier. And feel how your body responds when you just let go of the struggle. You bring yourself back to a balance. You move with life. You accept things and then work with it. Work with the pain of loss. Work with the shock of illness, of getting older. The loss of a loved one or a job or a house, all those things. We feel the pain of it, but we don't struggle. Just breathe in and breathe out and relax. Life will just unfold, you know. We'll move with it. We'll create a beautiful day without struggle. Things we'll notice and appreciate and enjoy while we have it. Nothing's forever. Nothing. Just enjoy what you have. Put your heart into it. Put your focus on it. When you drift into the struggling part, just bring yourself back over and over again. Practice. You will be amazed if you practice what you find. A more interesting life, a more interesting day. Maybe a short conversation with someone, maybe a shared look, maybe a pat on the back, maybe a laugh or two. I mean, isn't that enough? Focus on the good parts. Work with the other parts. Stop struggling. It doesn't do any good. You know that. I know that. We just have to remind ourselves when we catch ourselves doing that, struggling. That's my new motto now. Too much struggle. Write that across the landscape of your mind right now. Too much struggle. Just breathe in and breathe out. Let me share a word now with you. We're all on this planet simply to reach back into that pure self of no struggle. When we reach that spirit, there are no flaws and there is no blame. Very gently now, as we begin to close our practice for this morning, I'd like to remind you that 2, 3, 4 minutes a day, 5 maybe, can help shift your thinking. And say to yourself, no more struggling. We have to remind ourselves over and over and over and over and over again. So very gently now, as we begin to close our meditation and come back for the day, I wish you a good day. I wish you a happy day, happy moments. And now you may reopen your eyes, or you can keep them closed. I hope I didn't carry on too long. I had to share it, so now I'm glad I did. And I know it sounds crazy, but I want you to know I'm pretty down to earth, realistic, and pragmatic, and all that stuff. So what I experience in my meditation is pretty wild. But I feel lighter now that I told you. So I appreciate you listening. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you soon. And remember, no more struggling. Let it go when it starts. I know I do it today. Yesterday I struggled, but every time I remind myself, and then boom. So have a good day and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.